and welcome to this vlog. So we are pulling into Matakana for the Matakana Markets, which I've heard lots about and I've really wanted to come and I'm excited to be here. It's always been the holdup of like it takes an hour to get here, but it is such a beautiful drive and it's so nice to get out and just be somewhere different. Over here we're gonna see what it's like, and then it's also nice because there is so much to do. We're gonna try to do a few things on the way home too, so let's go see what the market's like. Just use some of the nicest bathrooms. Well, for anybody that didn't guess from my last video, our big news is that we're pregnant, which is so exciting. So I'm going to talk a lot more about that as the day goes on, I suppose. But yeah, right now we're going to go down and see if there's some yummy food and stuff. Let's go.
This is cool.
Usually I don't talk about my due date because I just really like avoiding the whole question of like, oh, has the baby come yet and blah blah blah. But no, this one is just too awful. My actual due date is January 1st. So we'll see what happens. I probably won't be January 1st just because it will be late because I was 5 days late with William. So we'll see. We are wandering away from the markets right now because we're letting the 2-year-old be in charge. I royally screwed myself because as I was trying to find a midwife, which was more than a challenge, I had several, more than a couple, tell me that there should be a public service announcement that you should not have sex in between some certain dates. And because yeah, if you have your baby during the holidays, there's just nobody wants to deliver your baby basically because they want to be home with their family for the holidays, which makes total sense. But it's all fine in the end. I did end up finding a midwife. I had to text and call and email hundreds of women before I finally found my midwife. So super happy about that, but it was very stressful for several minutes there. So yeah, January 1st. I didn't mean for that to happen. I tried very hard to have a nicely timed baby. I had it all planned out. William would be exactly 2.5 years old, and it also would have been cute because their birthdays are both in May. So I wanted this one to be timed so that it happened in November because that's my birthday. I thought that would have been cute, but no, it took a couple months of trying. So we have a January 1st due date.
Ukrainian fudge. Ella.
This place is so busy. You have to like weave through people.
Lamb.
We just went to this cute little cafe that we found and we're just gonna sit down and eat, have lunch, and then I don't know where exactly we're going next. Just walking around the market, it smells so good. It just smells like meat, and that to me is like something that I have craved so much this whole pregnancy. It is so loud in here. Because like when I was pregnant with William, I was super vegan, but the whole time I just craved dairy so much. And then towards the end I was kind of like, you know what, it's okay if I have cheese a couple of times. And so yeah, I had cheese on pizza I think twice. But ever since then, I've been eating dairy in my diet, and so this pregnancy, I really craved meat, like hardcore. I really wanted like chicken strips and burgers, and it just like bacon smells so good. I've never been bothered that I haven't made have bacon. Anyways, yeah, walking around that market was hard. It's just, the smell of grilling meat was so good. But I got a veggie burger, so we'll see if that does the trick.
Look at this. I didn't expect that. It's a bear.
Oh, hey, that's oh, gross.
Look at the bird.
That's a fantail. So we are at Winderholm National. No, I'm just gonna say Winderholm Regional Park. I think it's Winderholm Regional Park. This is actually my first time out here, and it is so beautiful. It's the winter time, and there's a kind of a big storm rolling in, so there's not that many people, which is nice. So I did not film my reaction to the pregnancy test at all because I didn't even think about it. I don't know, I'm such a bad vlogger and like YouTuber. I know some people like film every single test that they take waiting for the positive. I don't know. Yeah, it just didn't even really like occur to me to film that part. So after I found out, it's always like very emotional. But and like shocking and surprising. But I did manage to film a little bit of Billy's reaction. I didn't do it very well though. I don't know, your brain just stops working at that point. What I should have done, I should have had William give Billy the positive pregnancy test, but I didn't do that. I had this whole plan where I put just the positive test back into the box, and then I had Billy come in and I was gonna have him like give me the test, and then he was supposed to notice that it was positive. Oh, it's sunny. But no, he missed it quite a few times until eventually I basically had to tell him to look at the test. And yeah, at that point it was just kind of over. So that was us finding out. Didn't record it at all. William! I'm glad we left when we did, because we saw a rainbow, and the rainbows are evil here. It means it's about to rain. So, yep, we got to the car. We're still pretty wet though, because somebody decided to go for a swim. Hello again. So it's a different day now. William's actually at kindy, which has just been the biggest relief. One of my biggest concerns with having two, it's like, first of all, some days with just one is really hard. So I'm like trying to wrap my head around how to have two children at the same time. But now that he's in kindy, like that is all gone, all that fear. So I'm really excited. So this might seem a little random, but Fruithy, it's a company in Australia. I'd never heard of them before, but they reached out and they were like, hey, do you want a blender? And I was like, well, shoot, I would have loved a free blender, you know, like a year ago. But we already have a really nice one, and there's no way that I want two really nice blenders. That's just being wasteful. So they were like, oh, well, we have some other stuff. Would you be interested in any of that? And so I looked, and they have this one machine called the Mamma Mia. Anyways, I picked it out. It does like a bunch of different things all in one, which I don't know, kind of weirds me out, but I got it. I'm gonna test it out. So right now I'm gonna try to make a juice because it's a pasta maker, a juicer, a shredder, slicer, and like a meat grinder. It just does kind of everything, it seems, which Yeah, usually I'm kind of leery about that, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna just test it out right now, but here it is in the box. Well, it's pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie. When they asked if I wanted this, I was like, well, I'm not gonna say no. So here we go. Right away. I mean, there's a lot of different attachments and everything to this, but anyways, so I'm gonna go into the kitchen now and try to make an orange, like, carrot ginger turmeric juice, because one of the joys of having your kid go to kindy or any kind of like daycare or kindergarten, they just bring home so many sicknesses, and I feel like all of us are getting sick, so I'm just gonna go make a juice and hopefully get some healing powers from that. But yeah, I'm not gonna give like my review on it today, because obviously there's a lot of different things to do with this and I'm only testing out one thing. It's going to take me a few weeks to come to a full decision on whether or not I love this, but if you happen to already know that you like really want a Fruithy appliance, then I do have a discount code, so I will share that if you're interested. It's so weird to say. We're in the kitchen now, so I'm just gonna make a simple like orange, turmeric, ginger, carrot juice. These are all oranges just picked from trees around our neighborhood, so sorry, I am an orange thief. Okay, I'm gonna sit down and make this. To talk more about pregnancy stuff, because I feel like I didn't finish talking about that on the previous day of our adventures, because let's be real, the 2-year-old was he was a bit traumatic. So just to talk about some more fun first trimester stuff. So luckily I didn't have any morning sickness with William, and I didn't have any with this one at all. In fact, if you remember a little bit ago, I got a stomach bug and I was throwing up for 2 days. And the first couple times that I got sick, I was like, oh my gosh, is this morning sickness? Like, I was kind of excited to experience it. But no, it was a vicious, nasty, horrible disease running through my body. But yeah, I wish that I could say that I have been eating really healthy and made that a focus and like worked out a ton, but it hasn't been. Like for William, I honestly think I ate sugar, like I can count on my hands, less than 10 times. And I was super vegan. Yeah, I ate really healthy. But for this one, I don't know if it's just because I've been so tired. Like I've just reached and made a lot more processed garbage than I care to admit. And like with exercising too, I was in such a good place with exercising before I got pregnant. And I was like really proud of myself, and I went and I actually did earn my personal training certification, but I'm too scared to use it. So if anybody wants to work out with me, let me know. Because the course is really good at like teaching you the science behind exercise and like the safety of everything and kind of like the business end, but they don't actually give you any real experience with working with anybody, so I feel like I have no idea what to do with that. But anyways, with this pregnancy I've worked out a little bit, and I like try to go on walks, but with it being wintertime and super rainy and just kind of gross, it's just kind of gone on the back burner. So definitely the biggest symptom for me is just feeling so tired. I remember being that way with William too, and it only lasted the first trimester, but for him, like I prioritized and slept for 9 hours every single night, and it made me like fully functional, and it wasn't that big of a deal. But for this one, I have not. So yeah, I'm suffering the consequences, and I'm just always tired. We're almost done with the first trimester, so I'm hoping that that is done and over with. But another fun symptom is I definitely feel like my skin has just turned to garbage. It's so frustrating, but I don't know what to do about it, and I'm just kind of assuming that it's only gonna last a little bit and then it'll go away, so I'm not really that bothered by it. Another fun side effect for me is that, okay, these oranges are taking me forever to peel, is that I feel like I can't drink coffee anymore. I didn't drink coffee at all when I was pregnant with William, and so I don't know how it affected me for that one. I had like 2 cups of coffee and I felt like I was dying. Like my heart was pounding so hard and my body was so jittery, and I was like, is this a heart attack? It wasn't worth it to me, so I haven't really tried since. Maybe I will next trimester or something, but honestly, like I get a little jealous sometimes seeing the other Instagram like pregnant moms out there with their 1 cup a day, and it just looks so nice, but I'm not really that bothered by it. Like I'll just have a sip of Billy's and I'm fine. I'm like so excited and nervous at the same time. Let's start this. I'm also very intimidated because this is just like a beast of a machine. Okay. On. And then you press. I'm so scared. Okay. Okay. Start with the oranges. I'm I've always kind of wanted a juicer, but one, I'm just too cheap to ever like buy a juicer. But then also I never want to buy juices at places because they're just always so expensive. So I'm excited. I'm very excited right now. Let me just go through those. Here's all the pulp, which is sad, but I will probably compost it. So this is my trial run of juice. I'm so excited to drink it. It smells so good. Oh, I could get very used to drinking stuff like this every single day. Okay, I'm gonna go sit down and drink this now. I'm so excited. It's like a perfect juice. I just love that. Oh, my fingers are yellow from the turmeric. I cleaned it right before I came in here. Because everybody says that's the worst mistake you can make is not cleaning a juicer right away. But I feel like I was so bad at the announcement that I made at the beginning of the video. Because I was out in public. And I'm just so bad at vlogging. I'm not very brave. So it was a little anticlimactic. But I am just so excited to be pregnant, and I'm so excited that I can finally get to tell everybody because it takes such a long time. Like, you're supposed to wait 12 weeks. You don't have to, obviously, up to you. I didn't feel like announcing it to the world. 3 months, 12 weeks, that is such an absurdly long time to like keep such a big part of your life, such a secret. So I'm just very happy that I can tell everybody now. Going to ultrasounds and seeing the baby, that's always the most exciting part because especially for the whole first chunk, like I convinced myself that there is no baby in there just to like prepare myself, but you see it for the first time, it's like, oh, there is a baby in there, and things just get really real really fast. It's just a perfect baby already. Like I went in the first time, it was just perfectly poised, got perfect little photos of it, and then the second time I went in, it was like flipping around like crazy, like super active. I'm just like, can't wait to meet you already. But kind of along with that, not really along with that, I probably should not be saying anything about this because this channel is just not political at all. But I feel like I don't know, I've just been thinking about it a lot, about the whole Roe v. Wade being overturned in the US, and I am not happy about it. I'm very, very upset about it. But yeah, I'm not gonna say much. It feels like we're going way backwards, and like there are so many other like real problems that should be addressed in the US, and instead everybody's focusing on this. Okay, saying too much. Done talking about that. Yeah, it just feels very weird to me to be like really sad about that, but then also really happy to be having my baby and having my healthy pregnancy right now. Also, I would like to say that I know that there are a lot of women that are struggling to get pregnant or have miscarriages, and it makes me want to cry talking about it. But so if that is your case, I'm thinking about you. But I think that's basically it. It just feels like our life is a little bit crazy right now because it just feels like so much is up in the air. The trial and waiting to find out if we get to stay in New Zealand and having a baby in a little bit here. It just feels like the whole world is just so topsy-turvy these days. I don't know. Just trying to focus on the things that make me happy and living one day at a time. So anyways, that's all that I have. I will see you guys next week. Bye.